If a picture is worth 1,000 words, then Maury Ringel is worth 351,000. Though he may need more than that to tell all the stories behind the photos collected here in his book, Massachusetts, a pictorial celebration of its 351 city and town halls.
So why town halls?
Because when you think about it, all of the cities and towns, each of them have something different to recommend it, something they're known for, but the common element between all of them is the city and town hall.
How many miles did you put on the car?
5,000 miles driving around Massachusetts all told.
Traveling that many miles is sure to lead to a few bumps in the road.
So when I went to the town of Hawley, which is hard in the Berkshires, and I got out of the car to start taking my pictures of the town hall, which was really a small one-room affair. I heard an animal coming at me at like a full gallop. I'm guessing it was a mule or a donkey. So I ran and dove into my car, which I'm sure if anybody on the farm saw what I did, they have a hilarious tale to tell for the rest of time in the town of Hawley.
Did you have a sort of a photographic vision, or did it depend on the circumstances when you got there?
Well, I wanted to take the most interesting photograph I could under the circumstances, understanding that I couldn't go back to each town more than once because I'd still be doing it today. I would take between 10 and 30 photographs of each town hall, and then I would do the photo editing down to the one that I thought was best.
Were there favorites?
I don't have a favorite town hall because really they're all so unique, but I have a favorite photograph.
Oh, which one?
Which would be Springfield. It's a very grand building that occupies an entire square block. I had a lot of beautiful direct sunlight then, some nice clouds in the sky.
That's a beautiful photograph. That came out wonderfully.
Town halls are there to support town people, which is why it's appropriate that Ringel is using his 351 town hall photos to support the 351 students of Project 351.
Project 351 is a youth-led movement for change.
Executive Director Carolyn Casey.
We unite an 8th grade unsung hero from each of the 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts, and we bring them together and have the privilege of helping to untap what is already within them, which is the courage, compassion, and capabilities to lead extraordinary change.
The program started in 2011 under then Governor Deval Patrick.
It was really predicated on, could we unite an entire state in common cause? And what would that look like?
The answer? Well, it looks pretty good.
You know, you have urban, suburban, rural, and island, all in one state. There's such rich diversity.
The group meets annually to take on a large service-based project.
Cradles to Crayons is our spring partner. Our young people provide the largest in-kind donation on an annual basis every year. Like we have a class photo, and they're all in their Navy t-shirt, and they're all so different, but they're all so proud and ready to lead.
And once they've moved on, they do lead.
I'm just looking forward to helping out the community.
And when people ask them, why did you choose this path? They'll say, you know, and I could start crying. When I was in 8th grade, I was selected by my educators to be part of this thing called Project 351. And it made me realize that I not only had the skill and the opportunity to make a difference, but I have the obligation to make a difference.
And back to Maury Ringel and his book. While taking his photographs, he really put a focus on preparation.
He always had a tent, a sleeping bag, flashlight, and a water filtration system with him. I mean, he was in some very remote places at times. He never needed any of that, but as he said, better safe than sorry.
All right, still ahead, back to Martha's Vineyard to catch up with Kiara.